Oh my gosh, why was it just a power? That's a glitch. That's a glitch. Michael Hawkins Jr. shaking up on the play, but what a gut punch. What a gut punch. In week 0. This is week 0, man. Year number 3 of rebuilding the Rams is about to start at home against a top 15 ranked SMU team. Guys, they went 11-2 last year, and for the first time in our rebuild, we are starting the season ranked. Yes, we are barely in the top 25 here as a light drizzle is coming down today, but a ranked start is a ranked start. Tommy Maher, who is now our 4th string receiver, will get us going, guys, and this is going to be a new look offense. Still going to be running our typical playbook, but Michael Hawkins Jr., the transfer, 82 overall, 90 speed, 94 throw power, is going to be leading the way, and look at who's going to be joining him first, guys. Justin Marshall. He is back. We were able to convince him to stay. On the outside, we got Jaleel Barmore over there. We have Walton, which is our tight end. He's more of a receiving tight end. Levon Brown is back, and Ferguson, the speedy transfer, is going to get us started here. Hawkins will get nothing. This is going to be a fun team, guys. I will say, I do have my auto sub turned very high for running backs because Justin Marshall needs to stay healthy this year. Hawkins' first attempt is incomplete. We were looking for Mason Ferguson, the transfer, and here on third down, Alton Roth, one of our platoon running backs, the true sophomore, really strong receiver, is going to be in this, and we're going to lean on him and Walton, our receiving tight end. Go with the flood concept. Jaleel Barmore on the backside post if they give us man-to-man coverage. I expect him to dominate with his very high route running. It's open. Barmore, come down with it. First target, first catch. Let's go. I will say, he is a 4-star true sophomore with a star dev trait. He is going to be special, but what I need to emphasize is that his deal breaker is unfortunately pro potential. That is based strictly off of how many receivers we have gotten drafted and where. There might be one other factor, but that's the main factor. And unfortunately for us, we haven't had any. So while Jaleel Barmore is only a true sophomore, this may be his final year here if we can't get him to stick around, because we can't just magically get somebody drafted. Now on 3rd and 4, we're going to go to running back number 3, Jalen Dupree, the power runner here after Marshall's carry. And let's flip the play to the other side. Let's see if those safeties follow. Arikadera, the other tight end, is a pure blocker. I want to run to his side. He's small, but he should be able to block well. And we are keeping this. And Hawkins is going to take that and fight for more. And that was almost a mistake. Michael Hawkins Jr., first carrying first down for him. And let's spread them out, all right? Levon Brown in the game. No Tommy Maher here. Again, at wide receiver 4, we're not going to see a whole lot of him, but we will see some Barmore, okay? If you're going to give us that flat, we're going to take it. But now with 3 really capable running backs, guys, expect to see more 2 tight end sets. We're going to go RPO alert, Marshall and Dupree on the field here. Let's see if Dupree has some potential on the wide side. I actually hate that with a passion. Luckily, a good cut saved a major loss there. But here on 3rd and 6, we're going to go PA slide with Barmore. We're going to keep Walton into block, and we're going to half slide the line to the right. Again, still no Tommy Maher, but luckily Levon Brown has 99 short route running. I don't know if his route counts as a short route, but Jaleel Barmore is wide open, and man, has he gotten targeted today. We did lose our top receiver, Jordan Faison, because he was a 1-year transfer as a senior last year. So the rest of this receiving core is going to have to step up. And there's Tommy Maher finally onto the field for the first time. We're going to see if the option is there. It's not. Mason Ferguson, first catch. He's a speedster, guys, but he's not the fastest on the team. That award belongs to Justin Marshall, who is now at 96 speed. If we get a chance to use him in the pass game for some explosive plays, we will. I think this is going to come back for a holding call. This is quickly turning into a long drive, too. We have taken up half of the quarter. Not a lot of explosive movement. We're going to have 2nd and long here. So on 2nd and long, let's see how they react to Justin Marshall motioning out to the wide side. If a linebacker stays on him, we have a mismatch. That is not a linebacker. That's a corner, which means we should be able to run a high-low concept with him and Walton. Walton has good hands. Can he come down with that? He does! Oh my goodness, what a throw by Hawkins. I literally paused in silence because I just did not believe that he was going to be able to come down with that. That was nearly intercepted. Risky throw. I saw the corner kind of sit down on the stay route for Justin Marshall, and I figured we might as well give it a shot. This sweep is going nowhere, though. Oh, my goodness. Loss of 7. Let's keep both running backs out. Alton Roth and Justin Marshall. Lavon Brown on a beautiful corner route. If they give us man, we're going to throw it. Look at the separation by Lavon Brown, and he will pick up the first. That is absolutely beautiful. Justin Marshall, fullback inside with lead blocking by Alton Roth. Soft box, 2 high safeties. I like this. Roth needs to get to the second level, but that's okay. Marshall with his first down. And again, we need to be very careful about his snap count, okay? He is not going to have to end his season by week 11 like last year. That's the goal. We don't want him to run out of stamina, run out of health. Let's see if Alton Roth, that looks like a corner on him, so I don't like that matchup. Instead, Barmore and Lavon Brown, let's run that basic spot concept here. Barmore, get in there. Touchdown, Jaleel Barmore. How many catches did he have on that drive? That was just a picture-perfect drive by Michael Hawkins, driving down the field. I said drive like 7 times already, but Jaleel Barmore, man, 15 plays, 85 yards. That was not at all explosive, but it was effective. And I don't think the running game was as strong as we would have liked it, but we do know with Hawkins' 90 speed, the read option is going to need to play a large role this year. Defensively, guys, this is also a new look. Also, Andrew Paul, holy smokes, that guy was on, I can't remember where, but I think Jacksonville State, and he transferred because I was playing with him at Jacksonville State recently. Defensively, guys, you may see a lack of stars, and that's because we lost our 3 superstar corners. Dylan Phelps over here is a returner. He was actually a safety last year, and the tackle right there, Claybrooks, who I was using, has 90 speed and is a safety. And then over here we have Gene Barnes, a sub linebacker with, get this, 99 zone coverage. All right, he's going to be ridiculous. Dylan Phelps on the tackle there. He's not super fast, but he has good man coverage, which is why we're going to put him out there. In the slot, we have Bailey, and he is super fast, and he doesn't have great man coverage, which is why I put him in the slot. You know, with our style of defense, running a lot of man coverage on the backside whenever they go trips. I don't want Bailey to be running man, but right now I feel good about Phelps in man coverage. I got the tight end, wheel route, Wakoma. Jeez Louise, they are moving this football. I will say, I think they have multiple 90-plus overall receivers. Their quarterback is in the mid-80s. I mean, this is a good team here. And they are going so quickly. Gene Barnes, I think we're going to have to stick with this. If that tight end goes deep, I got to cover him. Yep. Goes to him. And I think that's Bailey on the tackle there. They are moving this football, man. Let's go with a base Tampa 2 here. Also, let me point out one guy here. Where is he? Right there. Marciano. Joe Marciano, the 5-star gem defensive tackle. He's going to start as a true freshman. He's going to be a 3-year starter here and probably go pro. There is Dylan Phelps. I want to point out, like I said, he played safety last year because while he wasn't the best cover corner last year, he is great with pursuit, with stopping the run, with being aggressive. So we will see if that translates this year. Oh my gosh, what a play. What a job by that quarterback, extending the play, spinning off that hit, and delivering. I thought he was going to give up and scramble, which is why I started to vacate. All of a sudden, 1st and goal. What a ridiculous first quarter, man. This SMU offense is moving. 1st and goal at the 3. We do not have our read option settings properly set up. So if they go read option, they'll get there. And what a job finding the edge. I think that was me, the free safety, Wakoma, who got buried in the riffraff on the inside. And man, our offense may have an identity already, right? I think we know who's dominant on our offense, who the playmakers are. But our defense, dude, what are we going to be? I don't know. I do not know, man. There's a lot of speed. That safety that I was using is very, very fast. So is Tyrone Swope, the 4-star gem receiver right there. He's somehow wide receiver like 5. And I actually apologize. He's not a 4-star sophomore. He's actually a redshirt freshman. He redshirted last year, Tyrone Swope. And he's going to be around for a little bit. He's a very, very fast receiver. But watch Arcadera Like I said, he's our blocking specialist tight end, and he whiffed. He absolutely whiffed on that stretch play. Goodness gracious. That is pathetic, man. We should not be losing a yard on that overload set stretch play. Look at those matchups. We have some great ones here for Hawkins to pick from. And Barmore gets the target again. What is the flag? Is it another holding? That would absolutely reek, absolutely be smelly to have 2 first-half holding penalties, but that's what we will get. Rashid Jackson. So let's go read option here with Hawkins and Roth. Second and super long. I like the look anyways, though. And look at how fast Hawkins is. Oh, my goodness. He was shot out of a cannon on that. Like, almost like a glitch. That was incredible. Third and long here. And I hate to be that guy, but, dude, I think this could be a touchdown. I'm going to keep the speed option here and dare them to make a play. Alton Roth to the outside, and they get it. 4th and 5. Does Colorado State go for it here? I'm going to call power read. I'm only going to run it if I love it. I don't love it. I will be honest, guys. I do not love that. What if we go and flip the play to read bubble on the wide side? Tommy Maher in the game with our 4-receiver look here. And that actually looks good. That actually looks really good. I think Maher can pick this up. Oh my gosh, why was it just a power? That's a glitch. That's a glitch. Michael Hawkins Jr. shaken up on the play on what was a total glitch. We flipped the play. I don't know why that instantly became a handoff. Max is an idiot for going for it. Yes, I'll agree. But at least give us a shot to pick it up, guys. What are we doing? Uh-oh. Wakoma! Goodness gracious. Way to recover. But why was that so... No! Michael Hawkins Jr. fractured his shoulder blade, will miss the rest of the season. He's out for the year from a glitched play. No shot. We just lost our star transfer quarterback that is supposed to be the savior of this team. And this guy is done for the year after one glitched RPO read, man. That is absolutely ridiculous. What an insane start to the year. Luckily, we get a holding call right there. But I just don't know how to feel right now. Why? First of all, how did he get a season-ending injury on that tackle? That didn't strike me as that hard of a tackle. Also, that's a legal man downfield. Get out of here, SMU. Playing dirty. I saw that lineman block me at the first down sticks, man. But let's not let some silly downfield penalty distract us from the fact that Michael Hawkins Jr. is out for the year, man. Oh my goodness. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. Luckily, I believe he's a true junior. So I think we can redshirt him. Actually, it's not showing if these guys are redshirted or not. He might be a redshirt junior. I don't know. But dude, you've got to be kidding me. All of a sudden, Tyler Chambers and Darius Curry, our 2 quarterbacks from last year, are going to get a lot more important, man. That is absolutely just horrible news. And the play action got me Gene Barnes there, dude. Really good play action fake. But what a gut punch. What a gut punch in week 1. In week 0. This is week 0, man. Also, Jason Gadosh, the true sophomore over here, is now a starter, guys. I remember, I think we were locked out of him and barely got back in the battle at the end of the recruiting cycle. Very cool to see some of your players that, you worked really hard to recruit. Oh, who made that tackle? Was that Joe Marciano? It was not. Marciano wears number 99. That was number 55. I was going to say, that would have been our 5-star defensive tackle's first tackle for a loss. Instead, it's Andrew Lorich. And here on a massive 3rd down, we're going to spy Kite. Kite is very fast over there in the middle of the field. So is Claybrooks, my user. I got to make this play. Perfect. We force a throwaway. 4th and 14. Michael Hawkins Jr., man, on the year. 8 of 9, 81 yards, and a score. Plus a glitched out triple option that fractures his shoulder blade and ends his season, man. I am just at a loss for words. I need to go and look and see if he is a redshirt or not, because if he is a redshirt, then he's just going to lose the year. And if he's not a red shirt, then luckily he'll hopefully be able to come back and be a 2-year starter, man. But there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees in football, man. You know, this team can really change in the blink of an eye. So for now, Tyler Chambers, last year's starter, the transfer, is going to return to the lineup. Tyler Chambers and Justin Marshall, I would have never guessed that these guys were going to be leading the way in year number 3. But man, Marshall was off to a horrible start this year. 5 attempts, 4 yards. We're going to go play action here, get Mason Ferguson and Walton on a high-low concept here. Oh my goodness, and Chambers' first pass attempt gets batted down as he gets smoked. Man, guys, can somebody tell me if you've ever seen anything as crazy as that fractured shoulder blade injury? I mean, also, what a nasty throw by Tyler Chambers there on the bubble. Where was that going? I miss Michael Hawkins Jr. already, but yeah, can somebody tell me, have you ever seen a glitch like that? Because that sucks. Also, that's duck it. Oh, why did I grab that? Let it roll, Max. That is our true freshman, Hunter. Serious power. He's got a real leg, so I'm excited to see him get to work this year. I'm going to continue to use our Claybrooks and let this 99 zone Gene Barnes make plays. But man, with Barnes and Claybrooks as our sub linebackers, our run defense is weak, right? So we need a man at the backside. I'll bring Reddish down. We need the extra guy in the box. And look at that. That's why you put a safety in the box. 2-yard stop. Oh my goodness, guys. Let's go inside leverage here. Bring Reddish over. And, okay, they're flipping the play. We'll be ready on the left. I'm going to try and help. Okay, never mind. We'll blow that up. Here it is. Huge 3rd down. Let's get a stunt going. Let's get the El Paso 4-man here. Marciano, watch him. He's a left defensive tackle here. They're going 4 verts. This is it. Jason Gadosh. Oh, that could have been the true sophomore's first interception. Instead, it'll fall harmlessly to the turf, and we will get this football back, guys. 10-7 game, 2-minute drill, and the guy that I did not think was going to be playing, Tyler Chambers, is going to have to get us some points here. And Mason Ferguson with a pretty ugly return. I know I was controlling the sticks, so maybe Max with the ugly return. You guys can say that. That's okay. I won't be mad. But let's get Jalen Dupree in the game. Let's get Aura Kadera in the game at fullback, actually. And let's go RPO power alert bubble, okay? We got Mason Ferguson on the backside if we need it. It's there. Chambers, oh my goodness. Barmore fails to make the block. Jaleel Barmore, man, he could do everything well except for block, and we know that. But it doesn't make it hurt any less. We're going to keep Marshall in here, and let's just go with this. Let's just go with this. Ah, geez, I don't like it. That's too far of a throw for Chambers. Instead, we'll use his speed and get to the outside and get out of bounds. Tyler Chambers still fast enough for the explosive play. 1st and 10. We're going to go with the RPO base hitches here. Little Tennessee spread style offense. See if Justin Marshall can get something going. Man, where is the 96 speed when you need it? That's a defensive end chasing us down from behind. Let's go inside attack here on 2nd and 13. And I like Barmore's deep end if they give us a man look. They will. Barmore come back to it, and he'll get to almost to the sticks, dude. 6 for 49. I would not have expected him to be our possession guy so far this year. He's been a much better, explosive player. Speaking of explosive play, how about that? Justin Marshall will take a timeout. Actually, that was Alton Roth. My apologies, guys. But I am going to get Justin Marshall going here, all right? We're going to get him to the wide side of the field, see if a linebacker follows. Looks to be a safety. That's okay. We'll keep him on a stay route. We're going to run a concept to the left-hand side instead. Barmore, Brown, Ferguson, flood concept. And how about you come back to the ball? Jaleel Barmore. Oh, my goodness. 7 for 64. Off of a questionable throw with questionable placement, I will admit. But man, Jaleel Barmore with a great play. Marshall, screen pass, open, goal line, touchdown. And that will do it, guys. Tyler Chambers, in his first of many drives as the starting quarterback, will get us on the board for another score, man. I still can't believe that we lost our quarterback to a broken Was it a clavicle? Was it a shoulder blade? I think it was a shoulder blade. And then he's just done for the year. That is just so unfortunate, dude. For his sake, I really do hope that he is a non-redshirted player. I hope that we could redshirt him this year and give him another chance. What a bad screen pass attempt there. Trips tight end. Here it is. Here it is. Dylan Phelps, man-to-man on the backside. Wakoma is free. And we get to go over and cover the flood concept. Oh, get your head around. I know we're in match coverage, so the corner on the backside, Gadosh was covering the flat. But, dude, if that ball is flying at your face, you got to go and get it. What in the world is that? Draw play. And Barnes will make the stop. Okay, guys. This just has not been... Wait, they let the clock run. I'm at a loss for words. Why would they let the clock run down to 0 seconds? And I guess that's halftime? What just happened? Questionable decision by SMU to end the half. But man, we got to talk about Jaleel Barmore. After losing Jordan Faison, we needed somebody to step up. And 7 for 64 and a score in the first half is what we needed. So 14-10, questionable end of half drive by SMU. But outside of that, they have moved the ball at will on us. So it's going to be interesting to see how we are going to counteract this. I think we need to match their personnel first of all. So you go 2 tight ends, we're going to go 2 corners. And I got to get out there. Jones, the will linebacker, making the play. He doesn't get a lot of snaps because we are in a sub package quite a bit. So very good for him. Same with Rodriguez. You're not going to see Rodriguez on the field a lot because he's more of a traditional middle linebacker. So you'll see him in more of a base coverage. Ball out. Oh my goodness. Gene Barnes making the tackle after a fumble. And now it's time to get aggressive here. All right. Let's blitz Clay Brooks, apologies. Blitz Barnes. Reddish is coming in. We are going with our man pressure look here. I've got to blow that up. Okay, he stayed in the block. Deep shot. He's got space on the right. Oh my goodness, what a delay by that tight end. Are you kidding me? That is absolutely incredible, man. Good for them. Good for them. Let's do a Texas 4-man here. And our coverage is all screwed up. What in the world is happening here? A little motion action isn't going to scare us too much. But I do need to get over and make that play. Way to attack Reddish. Scraping along the line of scrimmage there. And man, this is getting dicey here. 2nd and short, very wide splits. I'm going to cover the quick slant if we need it. And look at that. Gene Barnes now shaken up. A lot of moving pieces right now, guys, on both sides of the football here. Who's in for Barnes? I don't know. I think it's Bagley. Oh, Bagley is a converted safety. So we have 2 safeties playing linebacker. And that probably explains why they were able to run the ball on 3rd and short there. But Bagley is incredibly fast, too. Both of these guys have burners, all right? It'll be very interesting to see how our run defense is. As you can see, I got moved, right? I literally just got shifted to the left by that guard. Normally, our run defense is so strong that we need to focus extra on the pass. This year so far seems to be the opposite. But that's a huge stop right there, man. Counterplay, we get penetration, screw up their pulling guards, and here on 3rd and 4, we're going to man up the backside. We're going to route commit to the inside, okay? If they go slant on the other side, we should get it. I'm ready for stick. Give me that. What? What? Double what? Oh, my goodness. That went from a pick 6 to a walk-in touchdown for SMU. I just can't understand that. I can't understand that at all, man. We need to figure out our defensive identity. I know that, that probably shouldn't have been a touchdown, right? Like I just whiffed on the tackle and then they made another move after the fact. But even outside of that one play where they just scored, they moved the ball. They moved the ball right down the field as if we weren't even there. So our defense early in this year is a problem. Elijah Walton, the starting tight end, now shaken up. Injury luck has not been on our side so far today. We're going to go with the all hitches and a backside slant to Barmore. I think the all hitches are going to be there. Just a matter of who. And that's just the worst possible outcome. Max, what are you doing? Oh no, I think my controller batteries died. I'm not even kidding, guys. That's horrible luck. Let me change the batteries. Well, there goes our chance to answer, dude. That right there was just a terrible, terrible case of trying to win the whole game back in one play, man. You know, we saw Tommy Maher sitting open on that play. There's no need to try and extend it and build something explosive. You were running all hitches, right? It's just not what we needed, man. Not what we needed at all. And now with this gun wide look, if they run the ball, we're in a bad spot. I'm going to bring Wacoma down for that reason. And Gene Barnes, he is not the explosive, super great. Oh, that was long, actually. That was long. Okay, even better. I'm going to bring Bagley on a zone blitz, and we will get home. I think that's Marciano. Joe Marciano with his first career sack. The 5-star true freshman making an impact on day 1. We'll see if he can make it again here. 3rd and 17. I'm showing blitz. I've got the whole middle of the field with Claybrooks. Luckily, he's fast enough to do that. Backside, Phelps, take his lunch money. Come on. Oh, he was in position for the pick and doesn't come down with it. Look, Dylan Phelps, 85 overall, best player on the defense. If anybody's going to step up, it had to have been him. He misses. We're down 6. What an exciting game so far, though, man. So many crazy things have happened. So many interesting storylines. I mean, how the heck is Tyler Chambers going to do now that he is the starting quarterback again? Why hasn't Justin Marshall been able to run the ball well? Is Jaleel Barmore the best receiver in the history of ever? I don't know. What role will Alton Roth play? The really good receiving sophomore. You know, there's just so many things. And if there's one thing that's been successful so far, it's been Barmore. Let's see if that safety rolls over. He does, which means we need that. Oh, good tip. Good tip there. I probably could have pushed it a little bit more forward and really try to get Levon Brown in position to make that catch. Unfortunately, it'll fall incomplete. Let's go stack RPO read screen because they're not respecting that side. Look at that side over there. Oh, okay. Luckily, we were able to get rid of that football because I accidentally kept it. That should have been a handoff. Levon Brown will get 5. And expect to see more wide trips this year than last year. We have 4 really good receivers. So if we get the chance to do this, we should do it. Ferguson needs to come down with that, and he will. Mason Ferguson, the transfer, junior, with the catch. And now we are in a good spot. Let's get Justin Marshall a chance here. If it's man coverage, never mind. Let's just get him the football. That'll be a first down. Alton Roth, Justin Marshall, Jalen Dupree. They're all going to have to play a role. They're all going to have to get snaps and touches if we're going to keep the health of our best player intact. Dupree just gets blown up, dude. You're a power running back. I need you to be able to throw a better stiff arm there. I'm sorry. We put you in the ace with 2 tight ends specifically so you can make that play right there. That is unfortunate. Luckily, we will have another shot. Chambers keeping this one. He's got space. Great block by Marshall, and Chambers will get 9. Here it is, 3rd and 4 here. Arcadera is in the game at tight end because Elijah Walton is hurt. Oh, Jaleel Barmore on a curl. That's not happening today, guys. He is too good. Braden Walton, a lineman, shaken up. And again, I'm starting to wonder, did somebody screw with our injury settings? Because I have not seen this many injuries on our team in a while. Alton Roth will lose 6 on a poorly designed screen pass by me. And we're going to call a halfback draw and only run it if we love it. And honestly, guys, 5 offensive linemen, 5 guys in the box. We should be able to pick up yards here. We need to be able to... That's not it. That's not it. Guys, how does that happen? How does that even happen? That is just pathetic. Pathetic offensive line play. And look at Justin Marshall. He's got a linebacker alone. That safety could cause problems, but what we're going to do is a high-low concept with Levon Brown and Tommy Maher. We got Marshall going vertical, and let's just get Barmore. Actually, we'll keep Barmore going vertical too. Let's get Ferguson on a deep... Actually, never mind. We'll keep him on a regular curl, but let's see. Does that safety vacate? He does. Marshall! No, they get home. Unblocked somehow. I don't know how. That was just a total whiff by our right tackle, and Justin Marshall, 96 speed. We want to use him in the pass game. We get him vertical, one-on-one against a linebacker, and we don't get the chance to score, and our punt doesn't stop until it reaches the end zone. So now, down 6, we have not stopped them from scoring once, outside of the half literally ending. So how in the world are we going to get a stop here? Well, we're coming out in the 4-6, playing some real bully football, right? It doesn't feel like we've been able to have any luck stopping their air attack without it. So let's just play some big football. Luckily, we get 2 early stops. They won't go tempo now. And I want to show Tampa 2 and run man coverage. And let's bring a little 4-man El Paso stunt. We're going to trust the backside. It's deep crossers. Okay, we trusted Gadosh. That's why Jason Gadosh has been balling today in his redshirt freshman year. I might have misspoke earlier, said he was a true sophomore. I forgot because we had so many good corners last year. He was able to redshirt. But in day 1, as a starter, he has played so well. And what a return by Mason Ferguson. I know he got suplexed, but either way, guys, the 4s are going to come up regardless, all right? Down 6 with the ball in opponent territory. We need Tyler Chambers to be clutch, and we need more than 56 rushing yards after 3 quarters, guys, especially with our 10-minute time of possession. So we have not been leaning on the option enough. So let's find I guess we'll go shovel to start. I'm okay with that, actually. Dupree and Marshall are going to get us going together here. Let's see what we get. That was probably not the play, and Dupree will get nothing. Hey, that's okay. We need to get our run game going, and we are willing to run it here on 2nd and long with this too high safety look. I like this a lot here. Chambers is going to keep it up the middle. He's got space. We needed a block. Barmore goes right by the guy. Nothing surprising there. All right, he may have played great thus far, but blocking is not his strong suit. And I think we should all know that at this point. Marshall, speed. Oh, what a horrible decision to try and outrun that defensive end. That was a bad read by me, and then I made it about 77 times worse by doing that. 2nd and long at this point, it's about getting this to 3rd and manageable, guys. I know that I sound like an NFL broadcaster when I say that, but why don't Barmore help me out a little bit? Why doesn't Barmore help me out a little bit? Correct the grammar, guys. You guys can't let me get away with that right there. Why don't Barmore help me? Come on. I know you didn't even have a chance to correct the grammar, but I'm still going to blame you anyways as a distraction from that horrible Justin Marshall carry. This one's less horrible. 1st down, Rams. And let's go motion counter bash, dude. I've been running the counter bash in Madden a little bit. It's a very fun play if it works. Let's see if Chambers can keep it here. He will. He will. Good keep. Chambers. Lots of green grass. They have focused their efforts on Justin Marshall, and that has allowed Tyler Chambers to return with a vengeance. And look at that spacing, guys. Look at the lack of players on the right-hand side. We have too many bodies over there for them to be doing this. I think Tommy Maher has a touchdown. Oh, you gotta hang on. His catching is so good. How does he drop that? We upgraded literally nothing but his catching all off season. That was all this dude worked on, specifically for plays like that. I cannot believe that he didn't come down with that. We're going to go with a quick high-low concept. Maher will get a second chance, fight for a 1st down, and get there closely. Get there closely. Get close. Again, guys, Max's grammar. What the heck are we doing? And on 3rd and short, we're going to take a risk. We're going to take a risk. Anaya, last year's tight end, now relegated to tight end 3, is in the game for a little PA read. Let's move the pocket on 3rd and short. Try something quick. Oh, Chambers, get it. Barmore, no, he dropped it. Oh, there was nobody around. I do not understand a drop by Barmore in that situation, and we have to go for it here. Must go for it in this position, and I think we want to have some optionality. So let's run the play that knocked out Hawkins, the RPO read screen. And this is a keeper. Chambers is in. Holy smokes. What an insane game we have today. 21-20 after this PAT with 3 minutes to go. And now the defense, after getting their first stop of the game, needs to get their second, okay? I know that we have struggled. I know that SMU has a lot of talent, but I will say our two corners, Gadosh and Dylan Phelps, have showed up against a pair of very talented receivers. So let's see if they can keep it up. Claybrooks and Bagley are in, a pair of very speedy safeties playing in the middle of the field. Screen pass, that's why you put speed on the field. Oh, I can't even speak right now because Bagley has me so fired up. Way to just absolutely destroy what was otherwise a pretty good screen attempt there. Oh my goodness, Bagley showing up, man. And there he is again. Claybrooks and Bagley, a pair of safeties, just absolutely flying to the football like a heat-seeking missile, man. That is just absolutely fantastic. Gadosh one-on-one on the backside. We should watch out for that. That is going to be risky. We're putting a lot of faith in our redshirt freshman. Here it is, another shot. Gadosh. Oh, and he comes down with it. Oh, man. Literally, we are running the route better than that receiver. And because of that, I keep getting tempted to go for the pick. And I probably shouldn't, right? Like, I probably shouldn't go for the interception there. And I will admit that. I'm just so tempted to because Gadosh is in such good position. And it's unfortunate that that guy is just such a good receiver. Javon Bailey, our slot corner, is out. We're going to move Dylan Phelps into the slot corner. And guys, they're in a spot to drain the clock and kick a game-winning field goal. This is a problem. This is actually a problem here. Wakoma needs to come down. Man coverage, play action pass. Send the spy. We get home. Holy smokes, that's huge. We need to force a field goal. We cannot allow a first down here. If they get a first down, they become dangerously close to being able to drain this clock. So we are going to dial up a Claybrooks special, okay? We're going to bring the blitz over off the edge here. See if Claybrooks can get home, and we do! Oh my goodness! That's why you put a safety at linebacker. All of a sudden, we are here in a 4th and 16, and they're going to go for it. They are not punting this football. We're going to go cover one hole, El Paso 4-man, outside leverage, okay? We have deep help. I'm ready for it. Gadosh is going to be ready this time. No! Oh, it's Sisk back there. It's not Gadosh. And their receiver wins the jump ball again. I learned. I went for the SWAT, and I was not able to make it happen, man. And that sucks, all right? I get it if I go for, the win by going for the pick. But going for the SWAT and not getting it is absolutely unfortunate. And now we're down 7. Dude, this game has me so pumped up, all right? I know that, we very well may lose this game. But this team and some of the players on this team have me so excited for the rest of the year. This is a top 15 team. This is a ranked team with 90-plus overall skill position players. And we're in a battle. We are just in an absolute battle with them, and I can't wait to see who comes out on top. We're going to take a little bit of a shot here with Justin Marshall if they give it to us. They won't. That's okay. Mason Ferguson will get the first. How does this team respond? Down 7. 2-minute drill and 3 timeouts. What does Tyler Chambers do here? Man coverage. Oh, but it was cover one hold. No! Luckily, we fall on the fumble. I will tell you that cover one robber, that robber safety that came down, I was going to nail the slant to Barmore, and I quickly had to change my mind because of that. Man coverage this time. Give Barmore a chance, and it's out of reach. Chambers has his limitations in the air, guys, and unfortunately, I think we might have just seen an example of that right there. That sucks. I mean, you really just need him to come down with that. But Tyler Chambers, that is not an easy throw. That's 40 yards in the air, even though it was only a 19-yard comeback. It's going across the whole field. And again, a linebacker on Justin Marshall, I really, really like that. Levon Brown, I want on a post. I want Maher underneath. We need to try and pick this up in one play because this is not 4-down territory. Marshall. Oh, and he drops it. He had a step, but we didn't have long enough. Oh, and they think it's 4-down territory. I actually disagree with 4th and 19 and 3 timeouts, guys. This is probably one of the rare times where I totally disagree with this AI because I think that a punt here is the move. And what we're going to do is we're going to use 3 timeouts. They're going to hand the football off 3 times, and we're going to get the football back. If we don't pick that up, they have a walk-in field goal. So here we go. Gun stack Y off. We need to be ready for the RPO. Need to be ready. I don't care if we lose off a deep ball getting pressed, right? Like, I have to be okay with that. And we get home. Timeout. They go risky and go play action pass. And they pay the price. And Bagley and Claybrooks are both blitzing. Reddish coming down. We need to trust our talent. Reddish gets home. Back-to-back sacks, guys. That's how you make them pay for being aggressive. We match the intensity. And now let's go cover 2-man with the El Paso 4-man stunt. No, I want a Texas 4-man. Tell me we have a Texas. We don't. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's show uh-oh. It's a handoff. They're not going to get it. Holy smokes. I was not prepared at all for the handoff. I thought they were throwing that football. But we will get the football back. This time in a much worse position. $1:20 to go. No timeouts. Still need 7 points here. We cannot afford to really have any mistakes. Luckily, that's going to bounce out of bounds. So here it is, guys. Wide trips is what we want. Marshall is shaken up. We're not going to fight that. Alton Roth is a great receiving back, so we're going to run with him there. And we're going to start on the ground. Tyler Chambers should be able to pick up a first down as long as this guy doesn't crash. He doesn't. This needs to be a first down. Chambers, the safety fills. They were ready for that. 4 verts. Barmore on a comeback on the backside. Chambers needs to make a play. He needs to step up right here on 2nd and long. Ah, geez Louise. Got to take the check down. Alton Roth is not going to get it. Luckily, there's a timeout, but there is a 10-second runoff associated with that. And in real life, I think the clock would start after this, but luckily this isn't real life. Barmore one-on-one on the outside. I love the post opportunity if that safety doesn't respect it. Luckily, he does. Lavon Brown, it's worth a shot, man. Here it is, game on the line, 39 seconds. Why shallow cross? We're going to look at Barmore. Let's watch that safety, see if he vacates. He does not. Roth, just come down with it. Okay, first down. Let's go Y stick, and let's get Barmore on the comeback. 33 seconds. We need to either get out of bounds or get a first down. The clock has to stop either way. Oh, and he jumped that. He jumped that. You force a comeback route to the guy that has been delivering all day, but that corner never flipped his hips. That is a horrible read by me. And SMU, man, it was well deserved, all right? I think we really gave them a run for their money. They pulled up on the road against a ranked Colorado State team. And, you know, when it mattered most, those receivers, man, they delivered. That's still the difference between us and a top 15 team, is when it matters most, man, they have the star power that they could just throw the fade ball to, and that guy's going to come down with it twice. I mean, that is just incredible. We did a lot of things wrong, guys. We did a lot of things wrong today. Luckily, we can go recruit. And I do want to point out our poll results, which I will ask CJ politely to throw on the screen for us here today. Our poll results, y'all said we could have up to 6 elite players. So we will show you that. But man, Chambers, 46 rushing yards. Justin Marshall with one of the worst returning games I think I've ever seen out of a redshirt senior. 7 carries for only 6 yards. Unfortunately, Michael Hawkins, of those 3 carries, one of them took his whole career. Barmore 9 for 93 and a touchdown, but man, one of those targets didn't go our way, and that is the difference. But all right, guys, we got 2 things to check. One is recruiting that I will show you, and the second thing is the redshirt status of our now injured starting quarterback. Is Hawkins a redshirt? He is. He just lost his entire junior year. So Michael Hawkins Jr. is going to have 1 season if he decides to stay with us next year, man. That is so unfortunate for him, dude. Absolutely sucks. Because he was supposed to be the guy. He really was. But let me show you guys my mindset. Right now, what I want to do is I'm going to only go in on 5 stars and 4-star gems. So there's 1 4-star gem. It's not this guy, Paul Robbins, although he's a good player. It's George Slay, the free safety. So I'm going to go all in on him, and I'm going to go all in on 9 5-stars that I think we have the best chance of actually landing. The reason why I'm doing that this year is because it feels like last year what was happening was we got our 3 elite recruits, and then we got to the transfer portal and we could have had 5 more elite recruits, and then we couldn't go after them because we already used those slots. So I want to try and only target 2 or 3 actual, high school players. The rest, I want to target, really what I want to target is I want to go and target transfers. I want to target transfers because they're going to step in day one and make an impact, and I think we can land 4 transfers. I don't think that is out of the picture. So let's look at pipelines and see if any of these, like this guy, this is a perfect guy for us to go after. We don't have a pipeline, but the best pipeline is a 2. So we're only at a 2 unit disadvantage. If you look at this guy, same thing, it's not as bad. But this dude, like Kentucky with a 4 pipeline and us with a 1, I guess that's a 3 disadvantage. So that's a maybe. But there's some of these guys with a 5-tier pipeline, and then we have a 0. Like 4 and 4, and we have a 2. Actually, that's not bad. Manuel Sabari, why not? I keep trying to find an example. Like this one. Georgia has a 5-tier pipeline. We have nothing. We're not going to go after that guy. We're not going to have a shot. Same with here. Rashawn Averill versus a 5-tier pipeline for Oregon. We have nothing. We have nothing. This one is interesting, but we have nothing. Oh, man. Okay. I think we'll do this guy, Sidney Bourne. I mean, he is a backfield crater quarterback, so that could be very cool. If we landed him, I'd feel very bad for Hawkins. And I'm going to go after Rhodes just because there's nobody else. So let's do that. Let's advance. We're likely going to get thrown out of a lot of these 5-star battles, but that's okay. We don't need to win a lot of them. If we could land 1 or 2 5-stars and then that 4-star gem, I would be overjoyed. And we could fill the rest of our 6 elite slots with transfers. Look at that. We stayed as a ranked team because we lost to a top 15 school. So that's good. But up next, guys, we will have another game against Arizona. This time, it's a conference game. If you didn't see the offseason video, the Pac-12 is back, man. Oregon, USC, UCLA, Utah, and Colorado State. 5 ranked teams in this fully rebuilt Pac-12. I can't wait for this year. This game, even though we lost, was a blast, man. Hopefully y'all had as much fun as I did. I'll see you next time. Peace out.